Flosstube. My name's Debbie and I'm Mama Bear Stitchery here on Flosstube and on Instagram. And this is a channel about cross stitch, and today I'm going to give you an update on all the things I started in May from Maynia and other projects I worked on. First, thank you for being here. I hope you had a good May, whether you chose to participate in Maynia or just watch. I've watched a lot of Flosstube and stitched a lot of things, and I'm sure if you're like me, your wish list grew dramatically after seeing all the projects people have been working on. This month I started 21 things and I didn't get as much stitching on them as I thought I would. My kids are still homeschool online. The teachers have worked so hard to make sure that they didn't miss anything for the end of the year, that they got all the learning that they needed to do. But they finish on the 9th, but it's been hard work. It's hard work. I have a first grade and a third grader, and Maya was due to be tested for dyslexia the day after school shut down. So we've been working so hard on her essay writing, and that's the good thing that's came out of homeschool is she's handing in work she's so proud of, and that's a good thing to see. But it's hard work. It's hard work uploading endless amounts of schoolwork or projects or whatever they have to do, but the end is in sight, and once I have a minute to breathe, I'm looking forward to getting back to some of these things I've started, because some of them I forgot about until I was making my notes and my list for today. So I'm excited to share them with you, and I hope you enjoy. So like I said, I had 21 starts, but I also had 2 finishes, so it's not been a bad month. And so we'll start with finishes. The first was a whip from last month, and it is Black Cat Hollow by Barbara Anna, and I finished it. Last month I had just done the first 2 blocks and I was just starting the writing on the 3rd block, and this is one of the ones that I just kept putting a thread in whenever I could. And I also rejoined magical stitches, so some of the challenges got me to a finish on this one. I managed to make them fit for quite a few things. And this is on 32 count Jublin in the colour Celine by Under the Sea Fabrics. And I made some substitutions in that I used, you can't see it in photos and you can't see it on video. The vines and the writing are in DMC Black Etoile, so it's got a little bit of sparkle as well as the stars. And for the grass, to give it a little bit colour texture, I used Crescent Colourworks and Beansprout, and brightened up the pumpkins a little bit to make them pop on this fabric. And my daughter Elena's already cleaned this for her spooky room. She loves anything witches. So that was my first finish. My second finish was also a Barbara Anna, but this one was actually a Maynia start, but it's only little, so it was a nice quick finish. And it is Witch House, and both these patterns are available from creativepoppy.com as PDF downloads, and anything that's linkable I'll link in the box below. This is another one. I brightened up the colours a little bit from the called for just to make them pop on the fabric, which is a 28 count Monaco that I dyed myself when I was experimenting with Rit dye. But that was a nice quick finish, and they almost seem like they're matching. So I'll have to get some of the other Barbara Anna witch pieces, put them all together. But that was that one. And that was my first Maynia finish for the year. So I have 20 more starts. Since I finished that one, I gave myself another start, so it's 20 in 2020. The rest of these, since I pulled them all out of their bags, we'll insert a picture before each one so you can see the cover photo of what the whole thing's going to be like. Because some of them you're not going to have a clue from the tiny bit of stitching that I actually got done. So the first project is All Souls Veer Landing by Quiltify Designs, and that's on Etsy. And here it is. And this is as far as I got. This shows the fabric really true to colour. This is 40 count Selkie from Under the Sea Fabrics, and I'm using Gassed Gentle Art thread in the colour Lagoon. And this is another one, whenever I've had time where it's been sitting beside me, I've just put a strand in whenever I could. And I'm looking forward to get back to this one because the Stitcher Coven is having a Summer of Skulls stitch along. There's a hashtag for it, so I'm going to work on this one. And it's a nice easy one because it's only one thread colour. It's easy to sit and just put a couple of lengths thread in without too much thinking. So I like that one. The next project is Stitch by Aurora Cross Stitch, and here it is. And this one I bought immediately when I saw Lollipop Stitches on Instagram's finish of it. And here's mine. And this is another one I've worked on for Magical Stitches. I've used him for a couple of prompts. And I love it. And this is on 32 count Lugana by Under the Sea Fabrics in the colour Caribbean Tides. And this was my Grimm's Fairy Tale Stitch Along by Clouds Factory, but I didn't like the colours on it, so it's going to be a restart. So I just chopped the bottom off and used it for him. And that's it. And everything that's on a Q-snap going forward is I'm going to work on in June, or I'm planning to work on in June, and make it fit any homework prompts in Magical Stitches and Semi-Sane. The next one is Rabbit's Journey by Soda Stitch. And here we are. And I just got a little start on the first little bunny. And this is on 32 count Joblin in the colour Calliope. It's like a little sunset. Especially here in California, this is what the sunsets have been like recently. So I just got a little start on the first little bunny. This one's so cheery too. The next one is Halloween at Hollyberry Farm by Stacey Nash. And here we are. Here we are. And this is one of the ones that I just got a little start on because I'm doing a colour conversion based on stash thread that I have. So I just got a tiny start on the border. There we go. And this fabric is a 40 count mulberry mix from Silk Weaver. But I love the border on this. And I definitely want to buy some more of the Stacey Nash farm series. My next one is Panda Watercolor by Tarosova Patterns on Etsy. And here's a chart. And this looks a little bit creepy because it's just its eyes with no back stitch and a little bit of the flower. And this is on the other half of the piece of 32 count Celine from Under the Sea Fabrics that Black Cat Hollow's on. And there you can really see the colour. And I hope that one I can buy again in December when the Fabric of the Month colours come up for sale. The next project is Silver Minty by Mirabella. Here we go. And this one is on an unknown 32 count sparkly pink Lugana. I just worked on her skin and started a little bit on her dress. But I like that one. That's one of two mirrors that I started this month. The next is As a Forest Grew by Rosewood Manor. Here we are. And again, this was another one that I used for homework. And this is just all DMC, and it's on 40 count, just white linen. I feel like I worked on this one for ages and there's only a tiny bit of trees done. There's about 8 or 9 pages of trees to go. My next project is A Walk in the Woods by the Cricket Collection. Here we go. And I just got a little star on this one. Some of the letters in the middle and a star on the butterfly. And again, that's one on another 40 count piece of white, just white linen. This is one of my most recent starts, and it is Pretty Little Tokyo by Satsuma Street. There we go. I love stitching this one. This one's got such happy big blocks of colour. And this is on a 28 count Dove Grey Monaco. Just started that one. Again, it's on a Q-snap, so it'll be worked on in June. This one, I don't know which way up it goes, but it is Turtle Silhouette by Artisy. Here we are. It might go this way. It might go this, I'm not sure. I think it goes this way. But it's on a 28 count black Monaco. I have a long way to go with that one. It's huge. Next project is Pop-Up Shops 2 by Soda Stitch, and I'm just doing the coffee shop. Here we are. And this one is on a 32 count Lugana, the grey and white petty point. So I just got a little star in the middle of her. I like stitching that one. I can't wait for Soda Stitch to be able to ship to the US again. They have a few new charts that I can't wait to get. So they need to open up soon. The next one is Birds Patchwork Style by River Drift House. And here we are. And this one's on a 32 count Lugana, just white. I just got a little bird in the middle done. I ran out of, I couldn't find one of the blue colours for it in my stash, but Santa Clara County, where we are, we just went into the first part of phase 2 for opening up. So non-essential businesses can now do curbside pickup as of last week. So I'm making my list for Michael's, but I only want to go once, so I'm making a big list. My next one is Sunny Waves by Peppermint Purple, and this is the blackwork pattern. And I just outlined the first 2 sections. The sun's going to be here and the rays go this way. And it's on a 28 count monocle. This bit took me forever to do. I kept miscounting that bit, that's why I never got more than that done. I'm looking forward to filling that one in. I think this is my first blackwork pattern, so looking forward to that one. And just check out Peppermint Purple. They have really good patterns if you want to try blackwork, and the charts are super easy to read and understand. They're really big. Next is my next mirror that I started in Mania, and it's Renaissance Mermaid. Some of my friends are starting this one, and I've had her kittied up for a while, so I just got started on her hair and just starting in her face a little bit now. And this fabric is 32 count Joblin in the color Incoming Storm by Under the Sea Fabrics. My next one is Scarlet Macaw by Jane LeMahieu, but Kim Spartan Stitcher pointed out, I did wonder why this parrot wasn't red. She pointed out that it's actually a Catalina macaw. Either way, I've called him Tony Tropicana clearly when I had a glass of wine, so I wrote it down on my working copy. Here's a picture of the cover photo. And it goes, I have my needle minder on, so it must go this way. And I just started on his beak. And you see his beak comes here, and I'm going to work his beak, went up over the top of his head and then down the back. It's a coloured chart, so it's a bit difficult to work from because some of the colours are really similar on the chart. But I'll work on that one. My next one is Happy Skies by Stitch Rovia. Here we go. And this one is on a 28 count Dove Grey monocle. And I love her lettering. I have quite a few of her charts, and she has some of the best lettering and fonts. That one's not that big, it fits on an 8, so it shouldn't be too much to finish. And I hope there's 3 in the series. Skies Are Grey, You Make Me Happy, and How Much I Love You. So I will probably stitch all 3 of those and put them together. My next one, I won't need to insert a picture because it's this. I started Spring Bouquet series, the little Ladybug, and you can see I just had a tiny start on that one. That was clearly a busy homeschool day. My next one was a really recent new start. EJ from Sunshine Stitchers and Crafty Curator, I think it's that, on Instagram, started the Manic Manning Stitch Along, and some of her charts have been on my wish list for forever, so I jumped in when there's a stitch along. So I got Make a Wish, I'll insert here. And I just made a little start in the corner. This is the darkest corner with the blues, and this is on 32 count Lugana in the color Blue Azure. It's from 123 Stitch. Should be able to find it. I've actually ordered another piece for the Tiny Modernist Unicorn chart that came out of the market. It's a perfect colour for that. But I'm excited to go across this way to the oranges that are going to be in this colour. that's my start. Again, it's on a Q-snap. This next one is my standout favourite of an unplanned chart that I started during Mania, and it is Stars Bright by Lindy Stitches. Here we are. And I'm using a whole bunch of stash floss to do the granny squares on this one. I love this chart so much. The colours I picked are so happy. The chart is great, and I love this fabric as well. It is 32 count Lugana in the colour April Showers from Stitch Maynia fabrics, and it is, I love everything about this one. I can't wait to work on this one again. And these granny squares inspired me to learn a new skill from YouTube today, so I'll show you without trying to drop it. Like, I learned this today. It took me a couple of tries, but I'm going to try and make a blanket, all because of Lindy Stitches chart. My last whip, like we're near the piles tipping. My last whip is I started a new chart from Heaven and Earth. It is Endurance by Arden Ellen Nixon. I'll show you there. This big line, and the background's not stitched, but this whole center bit is. And this one I plan on working on for the rest of today. I'm hoping to get a page finish before the 19th of June because Full Coverage Fanatics are doing Midsummer Night Stitch Along. It's a no counting challenge, but it's for a whole weekend, and I want to start a new project. So I definitely want to finish the page of this one before I get to there. And this one, it looks like there's a whole lot of red, but it just looks like a whole lot of nothing until suddenly I didn't realize his eye just suddenly appeared. I'm hoping to see like a lot of progress on him through the weekend if I just work on it. And this is 25 count 1/1 full cross, which isn't what I would normally stitch on, but I thought I'd try it because it's not got a background. Usually I stitch on 28 count 2/110, but I actually really enjoy the 1/1 full cross on the 25. I like how the stitches look, so I would definitely try it again if the chart isn't like all heads are massive, but if it wasn't huge, I'd probably do the 25 count 1/1 again. But yeah, so hopefully you see some progress by next time, or at the very least a page finish. And that's all my whips that I have. Next up is some fabric that I bought where I was having hard homeschool days. Clearly I just did add to cart and bought a whole bunch of things. So if you don't want to see any haul, I'll see you next month hopefully if you want to see some progress on some of those projects. Otherwise, stick around for some fabric and some charts because the fabric didn't come on its own. First up is 3 pieces of fabric that I got from, oh, all of it's just fell. 3 pieces of fabric that I got from Stitch Maynia. Her Friday night fight night is exciting, so I can't stop buying from that, which I probably should. The first one is a 40, I can't remember if I showed this last month, but it's a 40 count even weave, and it's called Sea Glass. I've never had a 40 count even weave before, but it feels amazing. It's Verdal, but it's in the colour Sea Glass, which I love. It's like, I don't know what I'm going to put on that yet, maybe a long dog sampler. I love that colour, and I love the feel of it too. It feels super soft. The next one is a 32 count Lugana in the colour Earth, and it's kind of like corals and blues. So that will be something pretty. And the last one from Stitch Maynia is a 32 count Joblin, and it doesn't have a colour name. Some of them at fight night just get numbers, and this is number 184, and it's like a longer piece, but it's like purples and greens, and definitely screams something Halloween to be stitched on that, and it's an odd cut, but I'll find something for that. My next, well, part of what fell on the floor, so give me a second, is my order from Under the Sea Fabrics. The last fabric of the month is a fantastic blue colour. I got 40 count, and it's called Stone Washed. And I'm maybe going to put the Teresa Kogut sampler on this, the one with the big red bird. I'm going to wait till the threads are more available for her. Oh, it's dropping again. Next thing I got is Princess Eliana by Mirabella. At first I thought there was a whole lot going on here, but the more I see her stitched up, the more I love her. But I don't know what I'm going to put her on yet. I'm kind of waiting. There's quite a few chart errors that are popping up if you join the Facebook group for the Princess Eliana Stitch Along. Well, not Stitch Along, but the group. You know how they make one for every Mira that comes out. So I'm going to wait until people are more finished it and notice the errors before I start her. The thing it fell on the floor because it's in shiny packaging. Leslie's also great at Under the Sea. If you want anything else ordered, just hit her up, and I usually get everything shipped with my fabric of the month if you're not in a rush. And I ordered 2 Mill Hills as well, and this is the Buttons and Beads. Is it called Crab? Yeah, it's just called Crab. I love the show Deadliest Catch. I've wanted this for ages. So I got him, and the other one I got was the yellow swallowtail. I'm going to put them on my Christmas tree. I have lots of like forest animals and Disney ornaments on my Christmas tree, so the butterfly will fit right in. The other 2 charts that Leslie got me were Witch Witch by Ladybug. This might be an October start. And the other one was Ye Old Crow Sampler by Heart in Hand. Again, maybe for October. The next 2 things were Mother's Day presents that I pretty much ordered for myself. That I always buy for my husband and just give him the bag and the kids write stuff on it. I picked this Dimensions chart, the Mason jar lineup. So this will be started soon. There's been lots of finishes of this one recently. And it's just like a happy summer stitch. Run out of space to throw things. The next one, I love this one. It is Sakura by Autumn Lane Stitchery, and I'm waiting to find the perfect fabric for her. I looked all through my stash and I just don't think there's anything quite perfect yet. But I cannot wait to stitch her. And can you see here? My friend Kenny stitched the model on this one, and he did an awesome job. So yeah, I can't wait to start her. And she's big too, but she's beautiful. I can't wait to start her. The next 2 things came from, there's quite a lot. Clearly had a couple of bad homeschool days. The next 2 things came from 1884 Stitchery. McKenna was great. I think my things shipped out the exact same day. I saw this one on her Instagram, and it is Like a Cherry Blossom by Lana Linskaya. I love that. And it says on it, your mind is a garden, your thoughts are the seeds. You can grow flowers or you can grow weeds. And it's so pretty. And it couldn't travel on its own, so I got this one. This was on sale too. She has some great sale charts. And it's the Halloween Hornbook Sampler by Plum Street Samplers. And it's nice, like sturdy, big cardstock. And the last thing, because I got Make a Wish, the chart that I almost started in its place was Northern Lights. And you should check out, if you like these charts, you should check out Carolyn Manning. She's having a sale right now for like quarantine or stay at home orders. I think it's Snow 20 and you get 20% off. Just double check, it's on the homepage. So if there's any of the charts that you like, go get one of those and join in the Manic Manning Stitch Along on Instagram. The last thing I got that I don't usually, it's 28 count, easy count linen from 123, because this is the chart that I'm going to start for the Midsummer Night Stitch Along in Full Coverage Fanatics. I love these to look like my girls, look like the dresses they wore at our wedding. It actually looks kind of like the building that we got married into at Edinburgh Zoo in the mansion house. So that chart's always reminded me of them, so I'm looking forward to starting that, and that will be my June start. I hope that's all I've got today. I hope you enjoyed some of the projects, that you'll come back and see some progress on those. Until then, I hope you stay well, get lots of stitching in, and stay safe. And I'll see you next time. But thank you for watching. Bye.